Fans and celebrities are mourning the loss of actor Eric Dane.
The 53-year-old Grey's Anatomy star died yesterday after a brief battle with ALS. KTLA 5's Corrine Winter joining us live here in the studio with more on his legacy and advocacy. Corrine?
Yeah, trips to Washington, D.C., partnerships with ALS nonprofits. Eric Dane put so much spotlight on this disease. Some say it was one of the biggest roles in his short life.
The passing of a beloved actor who just 10 months after going public with his diagnosis of ALS on Thursday lost his battle to the disease.
Are you hitting on me? In a hospital?
Would that be wrong?
Eric Dane, who shot to stardom with his role as Dr. Mark Sloan, a.k.a. McSteamy, on Grey's Anatomy, died at the age of 53. ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a nervous system disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord, causing increasing loss of muscle control.
And you can also get things like problems with your speech and with swallowing, and eventually that will lead to paralysis of the muscles. And so, unfortunately, most people will pass away from this diagnosis within 3 to 5 years of actually respiratory collapse.
Dane spent his final months alive as a dedicated ALS advocate, most recently joining the board of directors of a nonprofit working to advance ALS awareness. He even traveled to the nation's capital to lobby for more federal funding to advance ALS research. Each year, roughly 6,000 people are diagnosed with ALS in this country. That's 2 per 100,000 people annually, with 30,000 people now living with this disease in the U.S. Doctors say there's no cure for this rare disease, and there's nothing that can be done to prevent it. But add 90% of cases are sporadic, with 10% genetic, afflicting more men than women.
For him to come forward with this and to work to try to educate people tells you so much about what kind of man this was. And unfortunately, just a very, very difficult diagnosis, but prayers to his family.
Dane's family said in a statement, the actor spent his final days surrounded by friends and family, including his 2 daughters who were the center of his world. His loved ones also saying Dane was determined to make a difference for others facing the same fight.
He was always great to work with, always very professional.
Dane's Grey's Anatomy co-star Patrick Dempsey reflected on his life during this radio interview in the UK this morning.
Oh, I will miss him, and as many as all the fans. But the great thing is that we have him in all his glory on the show, that when you watch it, he's still very much alive.
More stars paid tribute on social media, like Selma Blair, who wrote, "I love you and yours." Maria Shriver also wrote in part, "It was an honor to know you, and we will honor your story." That story continues. The world will see this entertainer's final act. His last interview now streaming on Netflix as part of the series Famous Last Words that would only be aired after his death. Dane was asked about the love of his life, his wife, Rebecca Gehrig, and he beamed about his most cherished roles in life as a father and husband.
I met Rebecca, and I turned to her friend, and I said, I'm going to marry that girl.
How did you know?
I have no idea.
Part of Dane's legacy, as we mentioned, will be his work as an ALS advocate. Coming up at 1, you'll hear from the president of an ALS nonprofit and how they recently honored him for putting the spotlight on this disease. Lou and Glenn.
All right. Thank you, Corrine.
Appreciate it, Corrine. All right. Kai Goldberg is here talking about a